fun method to do. It's really simple, especially if you're really good at doing cornrows. So what you're going to do is you're going to do a cornrow on your client's head, and there's many ways that you can do it. If you're going to cover your client's head with full extensions, then you would do cornrows on the entire scalp, and then you would sew the wefts on. But I'm just going to show you a simple way just to add a little bit of length to your client's hair. So what I did is I'm starting down here at the bottom, and when you start this method, you do want to start at the nape of the nape and go up from there. So I started here, and I made sure that I left hair out on the sides, so that way when my client wears her hair back, I am able to cover her extension. So what you're going to do is you're going to measure your hair extension weft. And I've already pre-measured mine, but what you'll do is you'll go and measure the braid, and then you'll double the extension. So you're just going to put it together like that. Then you're going to get your needle and your thread. And I have pre-tied a knot at the bottom of my thread. And I'm just going to thread it through the first weft, and then thread it through the second weft, and pull it all the way through, just like that. Then I'm just going to place my extension onto my braid and clip it into place. Just like that. So when I start sewing the extension in, I'm going to start with a hitch knot, and I'm going to double the hitch knot on the first, double or triple it, whatever you feel more comfortable with. So I'm going to go through the top, come out the bottom, and I'm going to bring my needle through that hole, and I'm going to pull it tight. Just like that. And I want to make sure that when I'm pulling it tight that I'm holding the extension onto the braid so I'm not pulling my client's hair. So I'm going to do the same thing, stick it through the top, come out underneath, bring my needle through this hole, and pull it tight, and make sure you hold the weft onto there. So now that I have 2 knots, you can do a third one if you feel like it's not secure enough, but I feel like this is very secure. I'm just going to keep doing the same method, just a little bit down the weft. So I'm going to pull it through, put it through that hole, and pull it tight. I'm just going to do it again. And I do about a finger's length in between each knot, because I feel like that's enough to hold the weft on securely. You can do more if you feel like you need to, and just pull it tight, just like that. I'm going to do one more just to demonstrate it, and then I'm going to show you guys how to end it. And make sure that you're not getting any of the hair into your sewing, because you don't want to create tangles in the hair. And pull it tight. So just to save time, I'm going to show you just how to end the extensions. So what you're going to do is you're going to be at the end of the extension. I'm going to switch sides. And you're just going to do the same way just the exact same hitch knot. And I do it 2 to 3 times. I'm just going to do it 2 times because I think that's all it needs. Just the same hitch knot that we've been doing this whole time. Then I do another hitch knot, but I take it through the front of the extension. Just right through it like that. And pull it tight. And if you're worried that it's going to come undone, you can put a little bit of glue onto your knot and then cut it off just to make sure it's secure. So just a little bit of placement. So you're going to start your first section. I like to start about the low occipital because that way it's not going to slip. It has a little something more to grip to. So I'm going to do it about the low occipital. Then I do the next row right above it. And then I do maybe another row depending on how much the client needs. You might need 3 to 4 rows for this method. And then when you get up by the ear, then you're going to start taking your braids from the temporal all the way around, but just remember to leave out a little bit of section so you hide the extension. Or you can do cornrows over the entire head and sew the wefts to each cornrow to create a more even look.